Putting just $10 a month into your super fund can make you thousands of dollars in just the next 12 months, which I know doesn't really make sense given that $10 a month, 12 months in a year is only $120. But I had a client recently that came along to one of our events. They put this hack into place and ended up saving over $3,000 within 12 months. But the moves that they made ended up actually making her over 100K. I thought I'd share this one. It's simple, but it's powerful, which is actually my favorite sort of hack. Now, the way that most people in Australia treat their super is pretty weird, because I can guarantee you that if you had the amount of money that you had in a super fund, in a savings account or in an investment account, you would be paying a lot more attention than what people pay to their super funds. For some reason though, with super, we just ignore it. Now, over the years, I've found that as soon as you start putting any extra money into your super fund, it doesn't even matter how big that amount of money is, that you immediately start paying more attention. Now, that's what this client did, that she just started contributing an extra $10 a month into a super fund. But the thing that happened after that was that when she got her super fund statements or the emails from a super provider, instead of just ignoring them or parking them in the back of the drawer, she started reading them. When she started reading her statements, that's when she started noticing a few things that didn't quite make sense, and so she started investigating more. On the very first statement, there was one line item that she just didn't get, which was a reference to indirect costs. Now, it's a bit of a cheeky thing, in my opinion, the way that the super funds label this one, but indirect cost means the costs of your investments. For some reason, the super funds are not required to report on the costs of your investments as a super fund fee. It sits there as this indirect cost. For her, that indirect cost, the number seemed quite high. And when she looked into it further, she realized that the investment option that she was in was actually pretty expensive. Then she started looking even further and found that on top of being quite expensive, it wasn't actually performing very well. So she decided to make a shift, and she changed her super over to a low cost provider with rock solid investments, just using a bunch of index funds. Immediately started saving $300 a month on her super fund fees. But the more powerful thing for sure was the fact that she now had actual better investments working for her. The fee saving was quick, but the investment shift and the impact of that investment shift was much, much more powerful. Now, 3 years later, looking at the performance of her old super fund investment option compared to where she is now with a low cost index fund, the difference in performance is over $20,000. But it's not just the $20,000 that she benefited from, because now she's got an extra 20K, which is growing for her and going to make her money next year, the year after that. And all of that money is going to be compounding. And that's where the $100,000 that she made comes from. Now, it seems like a simple thing that really shouldn't have that much of an impact. But as I said at the start, when you put any money into your super, you do start paying more attention. And when you pay more attention, you start getting better results.